Shalom, my brothers. I truly pray all is well with you and your families. Since releasing the video about the tragedy of Marshawn Kneeland, I kept getting asked, how did so many people in his circle miss the red flags before he took his own life? Please, I need everyone to listen to me clearly. It's not that people miss the red flags, it's that they don't respond to the red flags. They typically don't see the problem until they see a white flag. But by then, it's too late. Because when a man waves the white flag, when he throws the white flag, it means the fight inside of him is already over. You'll never see it. You'll never hear the white flag drop. By the time it's visible, it's too late. See, red flags are visible warnings, the subtle signs that appear long before surrender. When a man stops doing what used to bring him joy, bring him peace, when he no longer trains, no longer laughs, no longer takes care of himself, when his eyes grow dim, but yet he keeps saying, I'm good. Like in boxing, the red flags in life represents the referee's warnings in the ring of life. They're not signs of weakness, they're signs of wounding, signs of possibly illegal blows that he has taken. And the tragedy is that everyone sees the red flags, yet few respond. I'm not saying this is the case for Marshawn's family, but it is the case of thousands and maybe millions of men who are contemplating taking their own lives. Even in boxing, a fighter's corner can miss the signs that he's wounded, that he is ready to possibly take a knee. Because oftentimes, men, we have to be honest with ourselves. We mistake silence for strength, but we don't see sometimes that toughness is a man really fighting to save his own life, fighting to have the will to live. We talk about them, we post about them, but we rarely enter the ring that man steps into every day of his life. We watch from a safe distance, hoping he'll recover on his own. We see the red flags, but since he hasn't surrendered, we think, hey, he's strong enough, he'll push through it. And on top of that, look how many men who would want to help him are dealing with their own battles and just don't have the energy to help someone they deeply love. But no fighter heals himself between rounds, between the combat and the ring of life, when he needs a corner to guide him, to help him heal, a cut man to tighten up the wounds, a coach to listen and then give him advice. Now, when you see the white flag, it's different. It's the moment of silent surrender, when a man decides that living no longer feels like living. It's not anger or fear anymore. It's emptiness. It's apathy. He's still breathing, but the warrior inside has fallen silent. From a psychological standpoint, this is when learned helplessness takes root. The belief that nothing he does will change what he feels. And that belief, my brothers, is very deadly, because once a man accepts it, his suffering becomes his identity. You'll never see the white flag waved in real time because it's waved internally first. When his spirit has already decided there's nothing left worth fighting for. The white flag moment always follows unanswered red flags. That's why I said it's not the red flags that matter the most, it's the white one. Because the white flag is the evidence of what everyone ignored. It's the end of the matter. Brothers, if you ever see a man pulling back, losing passion, losing purpose, losing the desire for the things he once loved, don't assume he's lazy. Don't assume that he's just going through something, that he's unmotivated. See the fight behind the silence. Step in before the bell rings. because the difference between recovery and surrender often depends on whether someone cared enough to step closer instead of standing on the outside. Ecclesiastes, I believe it's chapter 4, verses 9 through 10, remind us that two are better than one. For if one falls, the other can lift him up. But woe to the one who falls and has no one to pick him up. You can't lift a man who's already laid down his sword, but you can reach him when he's just tired of swinging it. Even King David faced that moment. When the giant Isbi-Benob was about to kill him, David's strength had failed. He was tired. But one of his greatest warriors, one of his men, Abishai, saw this moment. He didn't just wait to see if David could beat the giant. He stepped in and saved David's life. He didn't wait for the white flag when he saw the red ones. He moved when he saw that his friend was in trouble. So my brothers and my sisters watching this, don't wait for the white flag. When you see the red ones, respond. When his fire dims, when his focus fades, when his joy drains, please step in. Call him, sit with him, pray with him, listen to him. If that doesn't work, call someone he respects. Remind him that his fight, his life still matters. Every man will fall in this life, but no one should ever remain on the ground alone. Meet him where he is. Be the light of Christ in his darkest moment. Because strength without healing doesn't build men, it breaks them. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for a brother is help him fight or find his will to fight again. As always, I hope this video was a blessing to you. If you would like to be notified when I upload another one, click that subscribe button. Until then, let's keep an eye out for each other, my brothers. Let's look for the red flags, but not just look for them. Let's respond when we see them so that we will never, ever see the white one. Shalom.